Hey, what's up, guys? It's Don the Menace. Follow us online at chemicalxlab _ on Instagram and at chemicalxlab on TikTok. No underscore. All right, let's get into this shit, man. Last of Us Part 2. It just dropped roughly a week ago, and I want to go into some of the reasons why people hate it, man. I think, there's a bunch of reasons why, they kill off and I want to say this, it's going to be spoiler free. So all I'm going to say is they kill somebody, okay? And a prominent person, and it's just not what you would expect. After playing the first one, I know that was supposed to be a one and done, and Naughty Dog usually does 3, like in Uncharted and other things, Jack and Daxter or whatever. So they're here they're doing a trilogy, but out of all the things they could have done with the story, the character Joel has such a rich backstory, the things him and Tommy used to do to survive after the outbreak, and all these other things they could have done with these characters, and the new characters that they introduce are just, I see why people do not like the game. Now, out of those reasons, these are my reasons, I think, okay? First of all, it's an Ellie game, okay? I'm gonna just say that. It's an Ellie game. It's not like the last one where you're playing as Joel most of the time. It's Ellie. It's an Ellie game, and it's a female game. It's a very female-led game. There's a lot of strong female protagonists in this game, or antagonists, and it's a female-led game. People may not like that, They may not like that, and whether it's some weird sexism thing, or they just want to play as the character they remember. It's not going to have that. So that's the reason why. Another reason is how it takes place. Like the first one was basically, it was like, I guess over the course of like a few months, you had Ellie and Joel, and they were traversing the country, getting from Boston all the way to Seattle to find the Fireflies. And this time, it's not like that. Like in the first one, you go from summer, winter, fall, spring, whatever. In this one, it's just like, it's like over the course of 3 days. You know what I'm saying? It's not like it moves differently than the other one, and it jumps around a lot, and there are twists, so many twists, and the way people die in this game. I'm not even talking about the violence. That's another reason why people may not like the game. But the way people die, like, don't get attached to any character. That's all I'm going to say. It's like Game of Thrones times 10. And let's just talk about the violence. It's a new age with these games. You have the Minecrafts and the exploration games and the Fortnites, the Battle Royale games. It's different now. It's not like when I was young. I'm 31. It's not like when I was young in the games. Like, these were the kind of games we wanted, like Last of Us. It's kind of linear, not really, but it's kind of linear. No, it is linear, but you don't notice it. Kind of like God of War, the new remake of God of War for the PS4. That it's like that. But now people want open world everything. They want to explore everything. They want Battle Royale. They want lighthearted, funny. It's a dark time in the world, and people don't want darkness like that, I suppose. And this game is dark. Very, very dark. You see a pregnant person get killed. Okay. It's that kind of dark. Blood everywhere. So much blood. So much blood, and it's just violent, man, and more violent than the first one, and it's kind of like overly violent. But to me, I didn't focus too much on the violence as much as I like the physics. How the blood, I know it sounds weird, but like how the blood splattered, it's very well done. I mean, seriously, it sounds weird, but like how the physics are, how the bullets move, and how, if you shoot somebody in the head, you see the blood on the wall behind them, and it like stays there and drips down. Like, it's pretty cool, like all of the stuff that's in this game. It's just like the footprints. You see your footprints in the sand and whatnot, and it's just very well. It's a very well done game. In that respect, with how things work, the mechanics of the guns, the attention to detail. You shine a light in a person's face by accident, like you have your flashlight on, and the person like cringes and puts their hands up. It has a lot of attention. It pays a lot of attention to details, and that's one of the reasons why it's so great. The graphics are great. It's just the story. The story. And the characters, they introduce new characters, and people may not like them. Also, there's a lesbian and trans storyline, trans person storyline. So people may not like that. People may not like that if they're not, super into liberal things. Like my homeboy Space is not liberal. He's more conservative. So he may not feel that, the fact that he may feel they're pushing something in his way, as far as like a agenda or something like that. That may also be why people do not like the game. They may feel like there is that it's like something they do not agree with in the game. So that may be another reason why, because it's a lot of lesbian stuff in the game, and that's just how the game is, because as we found out and Left Behind, Ellie is gay. She's gay. So that stuff is in the game a lot more. And this other stuff, you see a character get, bust down. I mean, that's just how she's getting it by a dude from the back. You see that. So that, a pregnant girl gets killed. You kill dogs. Yeah. It's a really intense game. So all these things, and I can't tell you how many dogs I kill. I love animals, and I had to kill these dogs in the game. You kill dogs, okay? They're coming to kill you. What are you supposed to do? And these are all reasons why you may not like the game. Also, Seattle. If you don't like Seattle, it takes place in Seattle. I hope you like Seattle, because that's all you're going to see. You're not going to see all the different places. Now, you see some stuff because there are flashbacks here and there, and the story jumps around quite a bit. Not at all like The Last of Us, more so like The Last of Us Left Behind. It jumps from here to there, back to forward a little bit. One perspective to another perspective. Also, the cutscenes. Oh my gosh, there's so many. But I mean, you need it to follow the story. But I'm replaying the game and I'm trying to skip the cutscenes, and it's ridiculous how many cutscenes there are and how much you have to wait. But I guess, like I said, that the game is huge. It's like so many gigabytes, and I got the actual physical copy. It came with 2 discs, so it's a huge game. It has so much information. So I guess that's why it takes so long to load. But these are just reasons why I think people, do not like the game. So I know Polygon had a great article about it, and I know there are other articles. People like the physics, people hate the story, people hate the some of the content, and yeah. So let us know what you think of The Last of Us Part 2. I personally enjoyed it. I had waited for 2 years for it. I love it. I do agree it's messed up, and they did some stuff I wouldn't have done. They could have done so much more. I like the new characters. I like the new character. I'll just say Abby, that's her name. like her. A lot of people do not like her. I think it's well done. I think it makes you think about just humans, you know. But yeah, some of the stuff just don't make sense. Some of it does. Some of the story does not make sense. But overall, I would give it probably like a 4 out of 5, just because of everything that's great about it. To me, outweighs what's bad. You know, I played some bad games, and honestly, some of these games that people say are good, I've played, and they're not. You know, maybe it's a disconnect too. I think with generation, it's a generational disconnect. It's like with every other kind of medium. You know, people certain ages don't like this, and older people like that, and I think that's part of it as well. You know, yeah. So let us know what you think. This is Don the Menace from Chemical X signing out. Peace.